Okay, so here we're going to show some advanced techniques for using annotations and using more rich annotations that have more information than just putting down points. So I'm going to navigate over to my annotations tab. I'm just going to click this annotation here, and I'm going to put down a bunch of points. So the first thing that you should know about is that when you click on annotations, there are two ways to click. If you right click, that'll bring you to a specific annotation, and if you left click, that's just going to highlight the annotation in purple. So you want to be careful with this because you can have one of the annotations highlighted up here, but you may not actually be on that point. So if you want to make sure that the highlighted one is the same one that you're on, you need to left click and then right click. That will bring you to the annotation that is highlighted up here, or you can right click and then left click. Then the second thing you want to know is how to put notes on an annotation. So you do that by writing down here in the description box. So I would write here, and maybe I want to select that annotation just to make sure that I'm on the right one as well. So I have it selected in the list, and I right click to select this one in the box over here. And then I'm going to write a description. So for this, I'll just write test annotation. And then you can see that your note appears up here. And then if I wanted to click on a different one, that note's going to appear there. And then I'll just show you, I have this one selected right now, but if I just select this one, then that's going to put the note down here, even though I'm still selected on this one. So just make sure that you're doing what you want when you're selecting the annotation point and that you're putting it on the correct one. Okay, and then the third thing to know about is this tag section over here. And this is helpful for quickly being able to put tags on multiple annotations rather than having to type out something on your annotation every time. So I'm going to show an example up here. Do that. And then you just click plus to add it. Okay, so I have my 3 points there, and make sure after you put the name in that you always click the plus button, otherwise it's just going to sit in here and not actually be an added tag. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assign it to a hotkey. So for this example, and if you hover over it, it shows you what you need to do. So this says click and then bind key and then unbind. So I'm going to click and hold and then press the key bind. I want to bind to this annotation tag. So for this one, I'm going to press A. And then you can see that it just adds the key that you want up here. So for this one, I'll click and hold and press B. And then for this one, I'll click and hold and press C. Okay, so now when I go back to my annotation points over here, I can select one of my annotation points, and then if I press Shift and the keybind for the tag that I want, so for this one I'll do A, you can see that it adds my annotation that I wanted here. So I could go through the list and add a bunch of that A tag, Or if I want a different tag, I could go here and press the B, Shift plus B, and that'll add my tag that I assigned the B key to. And then same for this one, Shift and C, and then that'll just add the annotation tag to that. And you can also add multiple tags to an annotation. So I'm still on this annotation here, Shift and A, and Shift and B. And now I have all of those tags on here. And you can see here it's truncating my tags that I added, but if you go down to this informational box down here, you can see fully written out all these annotation tags. And you can change these if you want. So I'll change this. It's going to ask me if that's actually what I want to do, and I'm going to press OK. And then I'm going to see back over here that all of those A tags have been changed to that amazing annotation. And then I can also delete these if I want. It's going to ask me again, am I sure I want to do that? And then if I go back here, you can see that all of those C tags for cool annotation have been deleted. And then the last thing you can do is if you want a different hotkey to attach to an annotation, you can change it. So now if I press Shift plus B, or sorry, Shift plus Z, then it's going to add that tag that I reassigned to the Z key. So hopefully that helps you a little more when you're adding descriptions or tags to your annotations. These can be fast ways to add more information to these things when you're proofreading.